AULT popping up a little bit here. Announces record preliminary revenue of $153 million $153 million. Some micro float with a low price, so it's gonna have tight halt bands. Let's take a look here at the dilution tracker. It's probably gonna dilute. There's not many shares on the market. 4 million share float. 4 million share float with a share price under $1. That means the company's worth less. The company's worth like $4 million. That's it. Market cap is less than 4 million. Market cap is $3.9 million. Which free? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Which free commission broker you recommend in Europe? Small account with no PDT. There are a few international brokers that don't use, that don't follow the PDT, because PDT is only enforced in the US. Let's see here. I forget what it's called. International or offshore. Sorry, it's called offshore broker. Yeah, Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers. Let's see here. I know there's one that's very popular. I think it might be Interactive Brokers. Let's see here. But the problem is on these platforms, on the international or the offshore brokerages, yeah, it's IBKR, International Brokers. The problem is, this is a great, it's a great broker. I hear a lot of good things about it. The only thing is that there's going to be commissions. I don't know any free commissions that are international or offshore. Yeah, because it's only, looks like, I'm looking here. So I'm on interactivebrokers.com. Looks like it's only free for U.S. residents only. Well, just like this might not be a bad idea for all U.S. residents who trade more than the 390 orders per day, because that's one problem that I'm going to have with this my style of trading is I trade a lot. When a hot market comes around, I'm going to be hitting that limit of 390 orders per day real fast. So maybe it might be a smart idea for me to also open up Interactive Brokers account for me to trade when I hit my limit. But I can look up Alaric Security. I haven't looked into that one yet. But yeah, after, if you're not a U.S. resident, it looks like it's 0.005 cents a share. What's the other one? Alaric Securities. Alaric Securities. Let me take a look at this here. Commissions. Let's see here. No PDT rule. No per trade minimum. Looks like U.S. stocks is free. Per share. Wait. Hammer. What's the difference between that? I guess it's for the, maybe it is a subscription if you're in Hammer Light or Hammer Light. Yeah. Looks like that's what it is. So you got to pay for the Hammer Light. Or I guess it's free, right? Free trading platform with 0 commissions. But what is the catch? Is it, who knows? Who knows, how are the fills? How are the fills on this? Is it something that I can trade with my strategy? Interesting. I've never heard of this. This is good to know in case Thinkorswim, because Thinkorswim is going through a transition to Charles Schwab. Most people have already transitioned to Charles Schwab. But if Charles Schwab screws up Thinkorswim, if Charles Schwab just obliterates and destroys what we had on Thinkorswim, I could be moving to a different broker. So maybe Alaric Securities could be my backup. But yeah, it's hopefully everything goes smoothly with this this transition over to Schwab. But you never know. You know, you hear rumors about not being able to have margin or settlement margin, or not being able to trade in a Roth IRA, or not the fills not being the same. And if any of that's the case, my strategy is going to be bad. Like, it's going to be affected. So if my strategy is affected and I can no longer make money, I'm going to have to think about moving into a different broker. So I'm always thinking about that. You know, what's my backup plan? What's my plan B? Because it's bound to happen at some point in my career where something is going to happen as far as regulation or with the brokerage. It's unlikely that I'm in my 20s, so it's unlikely that until I'm 60 or 70, if I'm trading for my whole life, it's unlikely for the next 40 years that there's nothing going to change with the regulation. But I'm prepared for anything, and I'm prepared to pivot and adapt. But anyways, let's get into the scans. We do have people already calling out. What do you think of CMEG? Yeah, I heard about Yeah, that's another one, CMEG. I think that it is international. Capital Markets Elite Group. It is commission, I think. Yeah, so you can't even get to the website, I don't think. Except continue to website. Okay, here it is. Pricing structure. Continue to website. Okay. No platform fees. Okay. Leverage. Yeah, it looks like there might be some commissions here. Let's see. Equities, ETF. Yeah. Unless you have the standard. I don't know, but then if you have the standard, it's free, but then you have to pay for level 1 data. Yeah, I don't know. CMEG actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like it's going to rob you. I'd have to do some more research, but the pricing structure does not seem too bad. So it looks like the standard is only going to be, you're only going to pay for it. There's no platform fees, but you got to pay for market data fees, which is, I think, Dash Trader. If you get Dash Trader, you'll be fine, which I already pay for, which I use. Looks like you get leverage, no minimum required for a cash account. You can do equities. Yeah, I think the Capital Markets Elite Group does not look too bad either. So it looks like there's a couple options in case, there's a couple options for your international folks. And then also, if Charles Schwab decides to completely destroy what we have on Thinkorswim, I could always open an account with Capital Markets, CMEG, or that other one, Alaric. But anyways, let's get through the scan. We got about 15 minutes to the open. Do you plan to trade for the rest of your life? I haven't really thought about that too much, but as of now, why wouldn't I? If you enjoy what you're doing, every day, I'm happy with the things that I do. I like the freedom, and the thing about trading is if I want to trade the whole day, I can trade the whole day. And if I want to only trade for 30 minutes or an hour, I can minimize this work window to an hour, or 30 minutes to an hour if I want. And I can make enough, I can make enough. So, that's just ultimate freedom. Why wouldn't I want to continue to do that? And then I have the rest of my day to do whatever I want. So, why wouldn't I want to do that? The other alternative of not doing this is, I guess I could start another business if I wanted to, but that also brings about a lot of other obligation and responsibility that I may not want to take up. Even though I may make more money having another business, what is the responsibility and time management that I need to give that other business to maintain? It may be too much. I like trading. One of the reasons why I wanted to become a trader and wanted to do this was because once you got it going, once you kind of understand, and once you kind of learned, you don't need to put in too much time to maintain it unless your strategy starts to fail. But if your strategy is working fine and you're consistently profitable, for the most part, after about the first 4 or 5 years of learning all the ropes and getting profitable and sizing up, after all that, you can kind of let off the gas a little bit at some times and coast and trade maybe 30 minutes to an hour and then go and do whatever you want to do, like travel or pick up some hobbies or spending time with friends and family or raising a family and having kids and all that stuff. If I were to start another business, that business may require 8 hours or 10 hours of my day every single day for the life of that business, unless you end up selling it. And that's like one thing that I always think about is like, is the time investment worth it for that? Because the reason I got into this was for the freedom. So I didn't want to if I get into another business, it could take away that benefit that I really, really wanted. So, all right, so we got AULT penny stock. I think we could potentially reach up to $1. We do have a massive backside here. Massive backside. I think we can potentially break 105 here. 105, which is that previous high. Oh, shit. I just spilled water all over my pants. All right. CMEG not commission free. I think it depends on what membership you have. I think you have to pay for the platform fee, maybe. I don't think it's free commission. I'm not sure. I have to look at it again. I didn't have much time to look at it because I want to get through the scan here. Maybe tomorrow I'll start the stream a little bit earlier. Yeah, AULT, we do have news on record preliminary 2023 revenue of 153 million. The float we said was 4 million shares. So, very nice. We got a catalyst. We have a low float. We have a catalyst. We have a low float. And our next resistance point is going to be at $1.05, or the psychological resistance of the whole dollar. We're quite a ways off the 200 EMA, which I like. The only thing that's going to be a problem, well, the 200 EMA on the 180 days is $1.27, so I want to keep that in mind. So we might have resistance at $1.27. And I also want to keep in mind that there's going to be tight halt levels because this was closed under 75 cents previous day, so the halt levels are going to be about, what did we say? It was like 15 cents or so. So this might have a lot of halting action, but we could get some opportunity, and I would be open to trading it. Wow, we got the most viewers I've ever had in the stream. Crazy, crazy, crazy. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Love to see you guys part of the community. CMEG not commission free in Europe. Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's commission free. IFBD is the next one. IFBD, no news. IFBD, let's take a look at the float. We'll go over to the dilution tracker. IFBD. 7 million share float. Looks like we have warrants, but we don't have to worry about that because the warrant price is at $130. Convertible notes at $50. Don't have to worry about that. There is a registered equity line that could potentially dilute the share price, as well as the shelf offering. But other than that, we have potential dilution overhead. Who knows if that's going to be a problem here. But if we can hold up this area, I don't want it to go complete backside. If we can hold up near VWAP, I would like it for a potential move back over 7. If we can get back over 7, I'd like it. Gray beard, happy mustache. I love that name. All right. Somebody else was calling out OCEA not too long ago. OCEA. This one we were trading yesterday. It was kind of choppy. Didn't like it all that much. I just did not perform too well on it. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know. Overall, I think OCEA was very choppy for me. Okay, yeah, we did get that. I missed this move. I traded it in here. I didn't make anything on that. Then we went back. Then we went backside and then ripped up power hour. And then at the open of the next day, I'm not sure if I traded this. I don't think I traded this yesterday. Anyways, it does look choppy. So a lot of topping tails. Got to be careful near the highs on this one. But if we can hold up and potentially rip maybe up over 220, I would say 220. I'd be interested. I may be interested in sooner, but the daily charts, I guess doesn't look terrible. We do have this sort of like gap / window here, so we may get room up to 4. But that's if it really starts to take off. I'm not sure if it's a really hot market. Past 2 days hasn't been too hot, so I'm not really sure what today's going to have in store for us. PYXS. PYXS, no volume. And that's it for the pre-market scanner. I don't know, what other stocks are you guys watching today? Problem is with JanX is it's a very expensive stock. Volume a little bit inconsistent. We may get that break over 38.8, but I don't know if I want to trade it. If we break over, yeah, it's gonna be a blue sky setup. Oh, looks like Schwab has an international account with 25K minimum. Yeah, that'd be good to look into. I'm sure that could be a free commission, since it's free commission in the US. But yeah, JanX is at all-time highs, blue sky setup. We may get that move through the high. Looks like it's coming in early. Man, but it's so expensive, man. This is going to be wide spreads. There's going to be very wide spreads on this. And it might be tough to trade with market orders. I usually don't like to trade stocks over 20 bucks. Because if you buy with a market order and the spread's like $1 a share, $1.50 a share, you got to be expecting every time you buy, you got to expect that you're going to be in the red $1 a share. You got to expect that the market maker is going to fill you on the ask. And that's the problem here with trading these larger price stocks. And the volume, looks like it's 50. It's already showing a 50, 60 cent spread. If this does make a move, if we're strong out of the gates here on JANX, I will trade it small size. I would probably trade it 100 shares. I want to be, because this is something you can lose a lot on. This is high risk, high reward on JANX, especially with the spreads. I can try to buy the bids, but a lot of the times you're still not going to get filled, even with an offset. So I would trade JANX if that's the only one moving. AULT AULT, I would trade this one as well, but I gotta be careful of the dip into the halt down, because I always know that's my worst trade ever, catching the dip into a halt down. So I just gotta avoid that. If I can avoid that, then I should be good. But I'm better off buying high on a stock like this than trying to buy low because of the potential halt down. So I want to keep that in mind trading AULT, but we might see a move up to $1 here on AULT. So I would trade that one. I would trade AULT before JANX. IFBD, starting to be just too much off the highs here. We're consolidating a bit too much off the high. But if we strong move over, back over VWAP and back over through 7, then I'll be looking at it. But the main stock me watching here is probably going to be AULT. Has the most volume. It made the biggest move, consolidating near the highs. I would rather trade a stock under $1 than a stock over $40 or $30. So that's what I'm going to be watching here at the open. Hopefully you guys get green. Hit that thumbs up button for me on the way out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I love to see new people in the community. Stay disciplined today. I don't know if it's going to be a hot market, so you're better off erring on the side of caution if you're not sure of the market sentiment. It doesn't seem very hot. And then if something does start to move, then maybe potentially getting aggressive. So good luck, guys, and I will see you guys on the recap. All right, talk later. Good luck.